Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Casually Farms, and today we are on Out of Ore, doing this series the right way. We have started a company called Casual Mining Group. We're going to start this company up and see where we can build it up, and hopefully within the next couple seasons we can maybe start adding some other creators, some friends, some people that can come in and play. But we got a lot of work to do. As you guys can see, we're on the Scandinavian map. It's kind of hilly, but I figured this would be kind of a good spot right here because we kind of got a little hillside we can work into. But yeah, we still got a lot of trees to cut down, so I'm going to get busy with that. And once I get this area cleared, we'll come back and we'll see what kind of progress is, because this is going to get kind of boring. You guys don't need to see me chop down all of these trees, but I am going to clear all of this stuff open here and get ourselves a nice spot that we can start building ourselves a little pad, because we are on a hillside, so we're gonna have to flatten some of this area out, but we only have $1 million, so that's gonna be kind of a challenge, but I'm up for it and I'm excited for this new series on this channel. Hope you guys are too. So let me get clearing these trees and I'll be back with you here shortly. Now we got this trees kind of cleared out of the way here. My thought is we'll get one of the new excavators like this one right here for 79,000. It is like the front scoop with the bottom. I don't know my terminology on some of the stuff all the way, so if you guys want to help me out here in the comment section, that's completely fine as well. But I think we're gonna buy this one, and then we'll have to set maybe the plant up as close as we can. So let's go into factory, and we need to grab ourselves a hopper. Oops, wrong one. The big hopper here. So let's see, we need to do big hopper, and then we're gonna have to do the 1 times. Where did it go? Power. There we go. Now I haven't been playing this, but this for a while, but this is like the new update from the last time we played, so I kind of wanted to check it out, look at some of the new equipment that got put in here and a bunch of physics that's got done. So let's grab this 1-time speed because we're going to need that. Eventually I want to do some coal power plant, but I think for now, maybe we go with a small solar panel. We'll have to see how much we have before we purchase the solar panel. But we do need to go up into, we need a conveyor that comes up. Maybe what we should do is let's get our excavator in here. And maybe we need to start clearing a little spot down here that we can get in here to there we go. All right, let's see what we have here for scoops. Nothing set up, so I need to get this stuff here figured out for my excavator with my dual joysticks, so I'm going to do that real quick. Settings, controls, joystick. This is going to be the excavator. All right, so I'm not quite sure. Track forward, track down, spider leg. I don't even know what some of this stuff will even be called, but we will figure it out together here real quick. Okay, here's some more of like the cable things. Cutting wheel, that's for the new, that thing's going to be cool when we get to that point. Here we go. Rope shovel, boom down. All right, so we're going to have to figure out what this is. Boom up. Boom up. There we go. Push shovel, boom out. I got to think about this here because this is kind of, we'll have to play with this. Boom shovel. This is going to be kind of like backwards from what I'm used to on a regular thing. Okay, so to open that, let's make that like, and let's see if that works. Let's see how this looks now. So up, out. Is there no curl? What's down? Okay, so this, we're not getting the biggest of a scoops. This is kind of backwards to me. It seems a little backwards. Why is my rolly wheel not working? Goodness gracious. That's the one thing about this game is the rolly wheel. Sometimes, I don't know, it comes unbound, which is really weird. I don't like that. So We're just going to have to wait, vehicle third person? Why is that not working? Vehicle camera up, down. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Up, down. I need the camera, like zoom in and out. There we go. I think we got it now. All right, here we go. Zoom in and out, zoom in and out. Nice. There we go. Perfect. All right. So this might take a little while. How do I get my boom? Does my boom go up and down at all or no? It should go up and down. Can we zoom in a little bit on that? Or is that just a stationary? It doesn't go... Okay, so that... Yeah, that is just a stationary thing. So... This could take us a little while, guys. There we go. Why is that not dumping? There we be. All right, so I think we have to go all the way down in order for this to lock itself back in. There it went. Okay, maybe this wasn't the greatest purchase in the world here, guys. That was not a very big scoop. All right, so maybe our next thing to do is we need to maybe get a little dozer. So I think let's move this up here out of the way a little bit. I think we're going to have to purchase ourselves a dozer, especially on this side hill. We need to get ourselves a level flat ground here. So let's put the parking brake on, shut that baby off, and we're going to have to purchase a dozer. So vehicle, dozer, there we go. All right, well, the only one that we can really afford is this one right here. And that's going to take a pretty big chunk out of our bank account there. But I think we can make it work. I think we'll make it work here. All right, so let's get this thing in. All right, let's hop in that baby. Okay, so we just need a flat spot here. All right, this is good. All the key binds are working here. Let me get I gotta remember what my swivel is here. Did I take that off? No, I did not. There we go. All right, we got it now. All right, so now that since we're going at an angle here, let's back this baby up and let's kind of utilize this whole little spot right here. So let's get ourselves a little flat area. Started of a flat area. Didn't really need to dig down that deep, but you know what? Maybe that might come in handy with the bucket or the backhoe that we have now. There we go. It's not going to look anything pretty, but it'll do. It'll work. So I do like that they kind of did change some stuff with the dozer things. It does seem like they work a heck of a lot better now. Before they kind of, they still kind of slide around a little bit, but it seems to be more functional. Let's just put it that way. Seems to be a little bit more operational, like abilities to them. All right. Flat spot actually seems pretty dang level there, if you ask me. We'll just kind of continue to push this over here, and we'll back ourselves up. We'll maybe kind of hit this little spot here. Don't want to get too carried away. There we go. Now, we're not going to obviously get this thing very perfect. If anybody's ever played this game, you cannot get things perfect in this game when it comes to leveling. Not as of yet. But we can really dig ourselves a little hole here. So I'm thinking that maybe this will be our spot that we can set our backhoe on and be able to you know, work off of this, and then we'll work ourselves into the side hill. Oof. Yeah, this... We're going to have to get the shovel out and do a bunch of flattening on this. But that's okay. It's okay. Now, if I can get this spot over kind of flat enough, maybe we can push some of this down the hill. Now, I'm not quite sure. This kind of looks like pay dirt right there. Maybe that's something we are looking into is what we're going to want to get here eventually. All right, let's get this cut pushed down here. Whoa, 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 whoa. We didn't want to go too crazy like that. All right, all right, all right. Back it up. There we go. Now let's see if we can go relatively flat with this. Maybe. There we be, kind of leveling that out a bit. Because I'm thinking we're going to need that hopper relatively close to everything. Hey, that's looking a lot better, though. That's looking a lot smoother. We'll let that empty out there. Now, I'm running this with foot pedals and dual joysticks, so it's not terribly hard. A little bit seems like a little bit easier for me, at least. Hey, we're making a fairly good spot here, I think. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this doesn't look too terribly bad. Really just got to get this ground prep so that way we can get our plant set up and get a couple loads of pay dirt ran through our plant. Let that kind of run out there. This isn't working terribly bad. I am actually decently pleased with the way that this seems to be leveling out right here. Doesn't seem like it's too terribly... Oh, we got a different spot here. We're going to have to hop out with the axe here and see what some of the stuff is. See what kind of XP we can kind of gain from any of that. You get a lot more when you do like mining with the pickaxe. Your experience levels up quite a bit more. We did start with this, like I said, we did start a brand new company. It's called Casually Mining Group. I think I said that there in the beginning, but it's, yeah. All right, well, this isn't too terribly bad. Let's see if we can level some of this out here back to my right. See if we can level any of that out. Not too bad there. Okay, well, we got a little spot here that we can start digging in the side hill with the excavator. And I'm hoping we can get the hopper close enough to that so we can just basically spin over and dump right into the hopper. There we go. Now we got a little bit more bite on that. Take that tree out. Just kind of leave piles here and there. Okay, let's work this little face here real quick. And there we go. Get ourselves flat again. All right, now we're kind of pushing more up into the hill here. We gotta give ourselves a spot here that we can bring the dozer or the backhoe down here. Okay, I think we can come over here and let's start maybe flattening some of this with the shovel. I think we could just leave this parked right kind of out of the way. Make sure we put the parking brake on. Okay, let's grab our shovel. I did purchase the fast pickaxe, just because the starting pickaxe is so slow. it's pretty crazy. All right, we found carbon. Oh, dang. Okay. Well, that's good. We got some coal over here. Let's look like, so this is just coal, which is good, right? So I'm hoping there's more coal in the side hill here. And I'm assuming this is all pay dirt. So let's grab our shovel. Let's flatten this area out. Because I'm thinking like this little section right here can be where we start digging. Into the side hill. Get our hopper set up over in the close proximity of where the backhoe sits. And then we can... I got to figure out what we want to do and how we want to do the plant. So that's going to be something we're going to have to get done after we get this all leveled. Got to do a lot of smacking with the shovel. Just kind of level everything out here. Okay, I think that's good enough. All right, so let's let's go grab the dozer or the backhoe up here. And while we're going up here, we're going to level this out. But let's grab that, and that way we can make our way down into here and kind of set that up to the spot and then get the hopper set where we need to. All right, let's get this boomed in. And oh, we already had some stuff in here. Awesome. Okay, we'll leave this. Oh, don't just drive it off the edge of the cliff here. Let's get these camera views are can be kind of janky. Make sure we can make it down here without tipping this bad boy over. Just like that. That was pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. Alright, so I'm thinking we could do like this whole rock face, or this whole face that we just kind of cut open. I am kind of thinking this thing doesn't have a very good swing to it, so that's going to be kind of that could be probably an issue. So if we can get this set up just right, we just drop this back down. There we go. All right, so I'm thinking we want to go inward with this, right? Okay, so that's kind of our swing radius, if you want to call it. Not sure what's happening here. I'm not even moving the wheels. I might have to hit the parking brake on this thing. There we go. Parking brake. All right, so it does look like we need to... So about right there is where we need to set this hopper. We could do it just something like that. We can always track back over to that, so that'd be good. All right, so coming off of that's going to be our only problem is we got to put the power converter there. So let's maybe rotate this. Let's put this on What's this going to look like if we put this on grid build? All right, we're just going to put this on snap build. All right, let's see here. This might not work the way I was thinking it was going to work, but we could always go this direction with it. That's the one thing, is you're always kind of changing things here. Get underneath it like so. We're going to have to go... I think we're going to have to go down with this some more. So let's pickaxe some stuff here. This might be kind of the hardest part of setting up everything, is trying to figure out where everything is going to sit. I know we can change everything, which I guarantee that this stuff is going to change quite a bit. We got 20 skill points to do now. Okay, well, that's good. I'll have to look at the skill point tree. They did add some of that stuff, I think a couple updates ago, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the chat that plays this game a lot more than I do, but this game has intrigued me in the last couple updates. So we're going to add this to the channel, and we'll see how it goes. I do enjoy this game. I got another buddy that we have kind of started another series with. He's going to start doing his own channel. I'm kind of helping him out with that. Let's see here. So we need to go... I think I needed to go over further. Can we get this on the snap grid yet? Ooh, what if we did that way? Oh, I just don't know where the best spot to. Let's just put it there. All right, we're putting it right there. We put it on the grid build. This is not going to be ideal or perfect by any means right now. Did I put that on backwards? I think I might have put that on backwards. I think the power output is right over here. We're going to have to dig this all out. Trying to get used to all the mechanics on this game as well, coming from Farm Sim. This is just a little bit different style of play. Okay, so I think we're going to have to rotate this. I think that's what's going to have to happen, because otherwise I got to put a 90 on this thing and get this out this direction, which might actually work, but... Or did I put that on the right way? I might have put that on there. Yeah, I put it on the right way. This should be the way it comes out. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. We'll just potentially run into the generator. Or the converter. That goes here. So they did change that to where everything will snap in, which is pretty cool. I do like that. On some of the things. Some of the things, it can be kind of goofy, I think, with like the trommel and whatnot. Okay, so we kind of got this set up to where we want it. For now. And so now we need a conveyor. We need some conveyors. I think we need I think we need an up to get that back up on top of... So we need one of those. I don't want to overspend too much, so we're just going to kind of buy one piece, so to speak, at a time. Because otherwise we might dig ourselves literally into a hole. All right, so from that, we can do we do a trommel? All right, let's take a look at that. We might need to do production, I think. I think we need to do a trommel. Or we could do a coal screen. So if we do any material in and it'll take coal out, but then I think we do a coal screen. Because I think we might run into some coal. And I really want to do some coal stuff. Let's see, let's look at the trommel. So any material in, pay dirt, and it still transfers everything out. I still think we want to do the coal screen. Let's do the coal screen, and then off of the coal screen, we can do a trommel. Right? Because any material in, and then... no, we need a wash plant. So we're going to need... We're going to need an elbow, because I do believe that the way that this works is the coal screen. Oh, we might have to build that up on some... You know what? We're going to go grab the Dozer real quick, and we're going to just push that pile there. So let's kind of clear some of this stuff off. back behind the plant. Oh boy. That's the one thing I wish they would kind of fix is like when you have the blade up, maybe it like disengages the ability to even do anything when you have it all the way up. Okay, let's get a little side view here, side profile. The other thing we might have to do is go higher up on all of that. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. So I think we're going to have to open some of this stuff up. Okay. Let's curl that bucket or that blade back just a bit. And let's get out and see what we got now. All right. So let's still, I think we might need to go up. Okay. Let's take this down and let's go to one more up, I think, is how we're going to want to do that. That seems too tall, like it's going to be too much, but that might be what we need. Let's change that there. Okay. That just really brings it over quite a bit. Oh, man. Well. All right, let's, oh goodness. All right, let me get this all figured out and I'll get back with you here in a second. Okay, I'm back with you guys here. All I did here is I'm like, you know what? Why don't we just get another one of these shorter ones up and it gets you up there. So I'm not quite sure. Is that the same as this long one? I think this long one stretches out too far maybe. And I'm not quite sure. Oops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, see, it still kind of sets us down in there. So I think we're going to have to go with the double conveyor like that to the coal screen. And then underneath right here, we need an elbow. So we're going to need, what would that be? A 90-degree right? Probably the wrong one. Yes. Always purchase the wrong one. So we need a left. We do have to be careful with what we're spending our money on here, but oh, dang it. Okay. Shoot. How do we want to play this one out? Oh my gosh, we're spending money that we don't have. All right, so we're going to try one last thing. We're going to go with the conveyor up. We're going to go with the conveyor. Whoops. We're going with the conveyor up. Let's move this stuff. We don't need that stuff up there right now. So the conveyor up. Shovel can go there. Okay. We're going to try the conveyor up. And we need this to go like that. So can we do a down? Goodness gracious. We're going to be spending so much of this money. Let's try that one right there. That one might be too short. Maybe. Wrong one. There we go. Yeah, dang it. That one's too short. That one might be... All right. We're going to buy that one. And then we'll just slide this all over. How about we do that? Okay, now we can put the coal plant here. And that there. There we go. We'll get some blocks underneath that. That looks a little bit better. We'll get some blocks underneath there. All right, so now we need a wash plant right here, correct? And then the trommel goes here. Let's go take a look at this stuff. Conveyors. Oops. Production. All right, so the trommel takes in any material. So the bottom side is the coal. So can we do a coal plant? Where's my coal plant? Full screen. I want my coal. All right. I know we need, or is that? Oh, it's under power. 3,600 kilowatts. All right, so I'm thinking like this will work. There. Am I doing this wrong? I don't know. Let me know, guys. Am I doing this? I might need to move that dozer. All right, so what do we need that comes off of this? Storage into that? Is that correct? That we need, do we need storage coming off of that to go into this? Because the coal, all it does is it consumes the fuel. So production, conveyors, brings in any material. I'm probably doing this wrong. And now can I add the coal plant? There we go. That's what I was missing. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Let's get... Uh-oh, 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 no, oh no, oh no. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, shoot. All right, let's move this out of the way a little bit further. We don't need this in the area we're at right now, so let's just move it. All right, so we do have a little bit of coal on us. Whoops, wrong ones here, guys. Sorry about that. We have 5 coal. Let's put that into here. We'll just put that there. We don't have very much. So... Okay, so we got the power. We're going to need some cables. We're going to need power, and then we're going to need cables. So where's my cables? 1, 2. I think we only need 2. So let's see. Can we add that from the coal plant here? Straight down. That works just fine for me right now. So let's move this stuff down here. And we'll stick the pay dirt and whatnot in here for right now. Okay, so we got everything. I think we got everything to run power. So material goes in, up to the coal shaker, comes down, gets stored. We can do the bypass, I do believe. Yep, turn bypass on. So that's going to go directly into the coal plant, which is going to give us power. And then from this, we need to do... All right, so from the coal... I'm trying to learn this all out here together, guys, because, yeah, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time into this game, so it's just kind of a learning curve. So what do we have? We had the production... We had conveyors, so we had the... Production, that's what we had. All right, where is the coal screen? All right, so any material in, coal's out, and then everything else. So I think what we want is it the sluice box that stores everything? Pay dirt, everything else is in there. Wash plant, I think we want the sluice box. No, we have... Do we need the trommel? Any material? Okay, well, I think we're just going to have to do the trommel for now. For sure, we're going to need a trommel and a sluice box. Okay, we're down to 483,000. All right, so that's going to go... Do we have any... Oh, we need to bring this up, though, because we have some stuff that comes out the bottom, right? We have some stuff that comes out the bottom of that trommel, which is pay dirt. Okay, so in is any material. Dirt, pay dirt comes out the bottom. and then everything else goes to blasted crushed rock. So I think I'm doing this the correct way. So I wonder if I need like a little, let's see, how do we want to do that? Can we put that straight on there like so? I think we might need to raise that up. Okay, so let's try this. Whoops, we can't remove that with the hammer. So if we go back up and then to trommel. Actually, you know what? Let's go. There we go. Up and then to trommel. And then I'm going to need another, I think it's a right. No, I think it's a left. Because I want to go back this way with the wash plant. The wash plant will sit over here. But I think we might need a little... Or we can go out left. Let's go out left. Alright, so we need a... I can never remember these. We need a right. We don't have one, okay? That comes this way. And then do we need one more, or should we do a straight? Or we could just put the wash plant right, oops, right here. But we're gonna have to remove some more dirt. I think we put another, let's put another straight. Let's put a straight down there. We have a straight? Offset straight 4. There we go. Not gonna come like this. And let's maybe grab the dozer again and let's move this stuff. Let's go grab the dozer quick. What do I need off of the end of this? Do we just need storage for right now? I think we might just need storage. So let's put... We put it down and then a storage on that. So let's go here. Purchase the storage. Just like that. I think we're getting this. I think we're getting this figured out, guys. I think. Don't quote me on this. Okay. Material comes in, gets lifted up into the conveyor here, into the coal screen. Coal gets dropped down into here, goes to storage, bypass into the coal generation power. Everything else comes out of here up to the trommel. And then dirt and everything else will get stored in that storage. And then everything else will get dropped down into here. And then we're going to do... Let's just do one more left. Dang it. We needed a right. Okay, so we need a right. Like so. And, oops, we don't need to be talking to nobody right now. All right. And this plant right there. So do we lift that back up? Do we go back up another little jaunt? I don't think we need to go up. We could try it. We have it, so we could try it. And then sluice box. And then from that we'll have storage in it? Yes. All right. Do I feel like I'm missing something? I do. I do feel like I'm missing something. Not quite sure what it's going to be yet, but let's take this stuff down because I think we just straighten this back out. Just come out some more with that. I think let's just buy one more straight. Let's buy this, that one there. Where's my straight? There we go. And now we can do sluice box because that will get us the water down underneath. And then can we go storage off of that? I don't know. Do we need storage off of that? All right. Where did my production sluice box? So anything else is just going to be dirt out of my... Wait, did we do the wash plant or the sluice box? Which one are we in? Sluice box. Okay. So we are in the sluice box, which is this one, which is going to store gold and it's going to take out any dirt. The trommel's going to do kind of the same thing, right? Maybe I did this backwards. Maybe off of the trommel? How does that work? I think we did it right. I think you have to do it this way. And we'll just grab one more storage. We have a little bit of the money that we can do, so let's just grab one more storage. And we'll just stick it on the end there like that. Okay. One thing that I do need to do is maybe I'll start making... I do know... Where did they go? Material, vehicles, buildings. I need a workbench. Because I need to start workbench and fuel. We'll worry about the fuel here coming up. But I would like to find... Where's my workbench at? We could just type it in here. Okay, so now we got my workbench. Then we can start building ourselves. Where do we want to put it? Let's start low. Let's start smashing some of this stuff down. The workbench can just sit right over here for now, maybe. Kind of out of this area right here. And we'll take it off of... We'll just put it on snap build. No idea what's the front. Which way is the front? Does it matter? I don't think it matters. Okay, let's make... We gotta make a bunch of wood beams. And in order to make that stuff, and then that way we can make a bunch of that. Alright, so we'll let that stuff go. We need to get into our backhoe. And hopefully we find some coal. If not, we might have to go pickaxing some coal right here. This could be... We're just going to make a hole. And we need some of this coal just so we can start producing, running the plant. We got a little coal vein right here. Which I'm hoping like this will continue... I don't know, in through that way maybe. Well, let's take this and let's add the coal to that. We need to come here and we need to add a pay dirt to there. Let's just drop these down here for now. Don't need them. Throw that up there and we're good there. Okay. What do we have for... We got 638 kilowatts is what everything's going to take. And this thing puts out what? For 3,600. So we'll be good for quite a while, I think. All right, let's hop into this thing. Get the parking brake on. Let's fire it up. And wrong button. We'll drop that. All right. Need to... should we... I gotta bring this down. There we go. Can we just start working into this here? Ah, that's a decent scoop right there. Let's take the parking brake off. Let's back up just a bit here. Like so. There we be. Now, is that just falling through? No, can't be. Parking brake on, so that way we can... Are we going to miss this? I think we are. Okay, so you have to go back down with this to get that hop or that back chute or gate close. So let's just work this here. Things are kind of goofy backwards for us here. All right. Can't. Oh, no, we can't go that way. Can't go that way. We got to swing this way. Eventually we'll be able to go that way. Drop that. Back down. All right. Now we're getting the hang of things here. I want to kind of go forward here. Take the parking brake off. I want to see what we have down in here. Maybe we got some coal and whatnot down in here. That does look mysterious. We can hop out and do a little investigating and see what kind of stuff that is. Get this put back in. I am kind of curious to see what that material is right in front of us. Hopefully that's just dirt. Dang it. I thought it looked like coal. I thought it was coal. It is not. It's just pay dirt. Okay, well, either way. Either way. Let's start back over here. Go back down. This does take a little bit of getting used to. I don't know what we're stuck on here. Are we just completely overloaded? Maybe that's what we are. Oh yeah, you can boom this out. Okay, that's good. It's slow, but you can boom it out. That's good. I think after this scoop, let's go turn on the power plant. We do have a little bit of coal that we can mess around with. This is just a pile that kind of got just dropped from when we were dozing. I think so. I think it was. All right, let's swing around, get this dumped. Set this back down so that way we can close it, and then okay, it is off. All right, what do we have here? What do we have for material in here? We got a lot of stuff here. So we need to turn the power plant on, and on. All right, well, I don't think that we're going to get any coal out of that, so I'm just going to have to mine some of this stuff so we can continue on. I'm kind of wondering my decisions on where we put the plant. Looks like we got a pretty good coal vein right here, so let's just pickaxe some of this stuff here. We can always fill this in with a dozer. Maybe we could follow it back up to this direction. Maybe we might get lucky. Maybe we need to change some of our plans over here and get ourselves into like this corner over here to see if there's anything. We could just take a look. Let's just kind of axe down here and see if there's any coal in this general direction, because what we might need to do is maybe find something that we can like, I don't know. An end loader would be halfway decent, because then you could just kind of drive around wherever you wanted, but there is some coal right here, which we just need some coal, and then we can just kind of start making money. I wouldn't mind having an a payloader. I wouldn't also mind having a like a big articulating dump truck. So it does look like we have the coal vein kind of just continues right through here. So maybe we could get ourselves a cheap payloader, just so that way we don't have to mine like this with the pickaxe, although this does give us XP, which is good. So maybe we can just continue to do this because we don't have enough XP. And I think when you run the equipment, you don't get as much XP as you do with this, which I think is kind of weird. I wonder if they could change that. You know what I mean? Like, you just get it based upon, and maybe I'm thinking about this wrong, is you get it based upon like just utilizing the equipment, building stuff, things like that. All right, let's shift that over there. This has gotta be empty, I would imagine. Yes, it is. Okay, let's turn this off. I don't think we need that running. What do we have in our storage? We might need to... Okay, pass-through is on. So that's going up because we put stuff in there. What do we have in our trommel? No, nothing there. And nothing in that one. So is that one even doing anything for us? We got some gold ore. And we got some pay dirt. So did I set some of this up wrong? Do I even need this trommel on there right now? Let me know down in the comments. I'm trying to learn this game a little bit. Do we even need this trommel on there at this point in time? Or can I change some things around here? But we did definitely get some stuff into here, so we could get the what do we need? Like a smelter? Let's throw some dirt in there, and we'll leave the pay dirt in ourselves. I wonder if we shouldn't get a smelter. Then we can make some gold ingots, I think. But what does that cost us? That's going to be under... There we go. Smelter. That's the regular smelter. High temp smelter. We don't need that. What is this? So it's 10,000. Iron ore, copper ore. Melted iron, melted copper. Okay, we're going to have to do a lot more investigating in some of this stuff. I think you use this in before you get... Maybe not. We're not even close to any of that stuff, so... Oops, we still need the smelter, though. Or can we just sell it outright? Maybe you get more... Let's just buy the smelter. We're buying the smelter. We're going to put it right next to here for right now. Can I put it there? Right there? Okay, let's go grab ourselves the gold and all the stuff that we had in here. Wrong one. Goes into the wash plant, or the sluice box. We'll take all of this stuff, and congratulations, I discovered gold. Nice. All right, let's put all of this stuff in there. So let's just rack that up, and we'll drop all of this stuff into here. All right, so we need silicone. Need the gold. Silicone. Diamonds. Where do we have our diamonds? Maybe the diamonds? Rubies? Okay, what do we do with this? Can I put this stuff in here? Do the rubies and the diamonds, can they get put in here? Am I just like missing something? Platinum ore, silicon, lithium. You can make that out of steel. You can make steel out of coal. Gold ore, silver ore. Wait, where was my diamond ore? I thought we had some diamond ore in here. Nope. All right, so apparently that's all we're going to get is those stuff there, but we should be able to get quite a few, and that is going to take a hot second there. All right, well, we've kind of, the recording on this has gone quite a ways over, but hey, we have accomplished some stuff, I think. We got ourselves a wash plant, got ourselves some stuff. We're kind of maybe rocking and rolling, so if you guys did enjoy this content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Out of Ore. Thanks for watching.